Welcome to Modern Contemplative, where we explore intersections of various mind and body training techniques and life in the age of AI and quantum tech. Join us as we delve into the art of mindful living and learn new ways to bring peace, balance, felicity, and a greater purpose into our daily lives. Let's begin this journey together. Don't forget to comment, ask any question, and subscribe now. Love Supreme. It's been quite some time since I posted a video. I've been spending more time in silence and meditating. It's been a while since I posted a video, so I'm happy to be back. Love Supreme. Namaste, namaskaram to all of you who follow this channel. For those of you who are new to this channel, this is definitely not a typical channel you'll find among monastics, especially Buddhist monastics. That's why I named it Modern Contemplative. And going forward, I want to focus on the ultra modern aspects of our life. And that will be characterized by AI, various LLM, language learning models, image making models, music making models, or creative forms of AI. And they do indeed engage in a form of reasoning and creativity. They are exhibiting emergent properties. Our mind is an emergent property. Creativity. In Buddhist philosophy, this is not an incongruent belief because the historical Buddha talked about dependent origination or codependent arisings. This is because that is because this is. Because of the human mind, we have an extension of the human mind we call technology. No human mind, no technology. No consciousness, no mind. Going forward, after this video, I will focus exclusively on what I'm passionate about, what I'm learning about, learning to master. AI, quantum technology is coming soon, and we'll have to learn how to use that and harmonize our lifestyle with the latest technology. Unless we want to end up like the Luddites, those who were anti-tech back in the day. I've always been the type of person to embrace new technology, but being a practitioner of mindfulness, being someone who values meditation, then I take my time to learn something, and then I do it with skill, with alertness, clearly comprehending the drawbacks and the benefits of any given thing. So I wanted to preface this talk with that, because after this talk on the 7 factors of awakening, or enlightenment if you like that term, I will focus on AI, quantum technology, nutrition, fasting, and the science associated with all of these aforementioned topics or activities, aspects of life. Without further ado, I will dive right into the 7 factors of awakening. Previously, I covered the 6 out of 7 sets that comprise the 37 aids or requisites of awakening or enlightenment. Bodhi means awakening. Bojjhanga, which is a compound term, means the factors or limbs of Bodhi, awakening. Bojjhanga, Bodhi, Anga. To briefly recapitulate, I covered the 37 aids of awakening, the 4 applications of awareness, sati, the 4 crucial efforts, the 4 bases of mastery, the 5 strengths, the 5 faculties, the Eightfold Path, and now I will talk about the 7 factors of awakening. The first factor of awakening is sati. I called it an essential mindset because it covers perceptions and memory. Sati is connected with sanya, perception, and the historical Buddha spent a lot of time talking about memory and perceptions. Remembering what was said and done a long time ago, that is your actions. And all actions are subject to results. What was said, what was done, what was thought about, what was mentally entertained a long time ago, has co-created the present moment. And we'll talk about this present moment in another talk. There really is no present moment. There's a dynamic stream that William James talked about, the stream of consciousness. This dynamic stream is all there is. There is no moment. We say a moment. As soon as we designate moment, it's gone, it's the past. And when we think, most of the time, we are contemplating or anxious about the future. So there really is no absolute moment at all. There's just this dynamic flow. And that's very important to realize and integrate into our daily lives. But I will focus on just the 7 factors of awakening, Bodhi, enlightenment, for the next few minutes. So we need an essential mindset. We need to remember what we have said and done a long time ago, and even what we said, what we've done earlier in the day, in previous moments. Because then we will know why we feel the way we feel, why a certain set of thoughts are appearing in the mind, why certain tendencies are present in our mind stream, which governs our behavior. The second is investigation, Dhamma Vicaya, investigating reality, investigating this sense of self, investigating our speech patterns, the way we speak, what we say, what we think about. All of this is important regarding investigation. What is worthy of investigating? You don't want to go and investigate the life of a celebrity, because that's a waste of time. They are responsible for the quality of their life. If you can help them, that's great. But first, we must learn to help ourselves. So that's an essential mindset entailing a strong memory regarding your actions of body, speech, and mind, and also correct perceptions that are also entailed by everything I covered thus far. Investigation, Dhamma Vicaya. Number 3, energy, enthusiasm, zeal, chanda. This is the virya. Virya has many different meanings depending on the context in Sanskrit and Pali. But suffice it to say, it means energy. It means zeal. You have to have energy in order to have zeal. That is a form of energy, mental energy, alertness. Zeal for learning, a passion to learn, to improve yourself, to evolve your consciousness. This is what is meant by the virya, the bhavana, to cultivate wholesome states of mind. Number 4, rapture. Some people translate it as euphoria. I also found a new term, felicity, intense happiness. Anyone who's had an otherworldly experience, a spiritual, mystical / religious experience via meditation or psychedelics, knows what felicity is all about. And I've had moments of felicity, so much so that I was soaking in sweat as if I worked out for 2 hours, just sitting in the darkness meditating under the influence of a psychedelic. And that was when I began my path to Buddhism. Not too long before I decided to become a monk, I had experience of felicity, intense happiness, intense joy and pleasure, all based on being present, conscious respiration, investigation, the essential mindset. These factors that I didn't know about back then were present. They were being cultivated. Number 5, ease, pliancy, passaddhi, passaddhi. I like the sound of that. Passaddhi, ease and pliancy. This doesn't just mean sitting still in meditation. It means moving with grace, moving with eloquence, moving with alertness and clear comprehension. Number 6, meditative absorption, dhyana, jhana, but it's labeled in the early discourses as samadhi. But when you talk about samadhi, you have to talk about dhyana. No dhyana, no samadhi, or jhana in Pali. No deep absorption, no profound flow state. 7, equanimity, upekkha. There's a statue of Zen Master Thich Nhat Hanh to my right, you can't see. He talked about equanimity as true love, as reverence, as inclusivity, and it's true. When you have equanimity, you have inclusivity. Inclusivity, not rejecting anything, not rejecting a certain sight, not rejecting a certain smell and odor. You are aware of it, we can be aware of it, but be so inclusive mentally that it doesn't bother us. Conversely, when there's no equanimity, there's no inclusivity. You reject. And when we reject what can't be changed, there's suffering, there's stress, there's dissatisfaction. I won't elaborate too deeply on these 7 factors of awakening because I want people to ask questions or at least contemplate what I've shared. Each of these limbs, these factors, these anga and the bojjhanga, the 7 factors of awakening or enlightenment, lead to every other teaching taught by the historical awakened one, Buddha, Shakyamuni, Gautama, the contemplative. Everything I have discussed thus far is interrelated and interdependent with every other aspect of the teachings that we call Buddhism, the authentic teachings, that is, not the fabricated or sectarian sentiments that have been interpolated into Buddhism. So ponder on these words. If you don't have a meditation practice, you need to cultivate one now because we are already suffering from what Jim Quick called digital deluge, digital distraction, digital delusion, digital deduction, asking ChatGPT any question you can think of and then being content with its answer. Instead of being content with what ChatGPT or Microsoft Bing or Google's Bard gives you, you investigate yourself, you do your own research. We should all still know how to articulate ourselves well and write well. The introduction to this video was co-created by ChatGPT. It was an experiment, but I modified certain phrases and I changed words, completely removed certain terms and added in my own preferred terms. This is a skillful way of using LLMs, language learning models. When we have writer's block, when we are not creative, we say, I can't think of anything to say. Then you ask ChatGPT, you ask Bard or Bing, and then go in and modify it and make it your own. Otherwise, we are puppet slaves to AI. And we don't want to go down that rabbit hole. And we won't be able to come out. But we shall see. I'm not overly pessimistic, nor am I a naive optimist. I practice the middle way. I have a balanced view. I look at the pros and cons, the benefits and the drawbacks, the optimal and the discontents of a situation. So this is Bhikkhu Dez, aka Brother Diamond, signing off. I wish you all well. When the new videos are released, you want to pay attention because many people don't know enough about AI, don't know about immunotherapy, don't know about nanotechnology, and all of these technologies will drastically change our lives. Drastically. within months, not years. Sitting in a cave, going off to the mountains to meditate is wonderful, but now's the time for us to come together and have deep understanding, true love, and reverence what the Master Thich Nhat Hanh talked about and taught until his continuation out of this form we call human being. Peace and love. Sadhu. Namaskaram.